any kind of success or any kind of result, especially after that performance. Usyk's getting better and better. He just improves every time he fights, and now he's bigger and thicker set, 20 pound heavier tonight than what he was when he beat Usyk.
But that one was the one, but it was for the wrong, it had the wrong result. It made him a very, very dangerous man. And, you know, you could see how intense he was on wanting to go out there. And even when he was throwing in early in the fight, when he was throwing counter punches, I've never seen him throw with that kind of, like Mike Tyson used to say, bad.
Usyk appears like no other fighter in the most recent training videos. His training techniques are so distinct and out of the ordinary that they greatly improve his vision. He seems to be able to anticipate each punch before it is delivered. He moves in a deliberate, controlled, and somewhat surreal manner. He is extremely hard to hit, and no one in the ring ever finds him easy to break because of this uncommon training method.
If you likes this, please subscribe, Fight File, and click the bell icon for more new boxing updates.
Many questioned his stamina and his ability to hold his own against more youthful and powerful heavyweights. Oleksandr Usyk was closely watched going into his rematch with Daniel Dubois. But rather than hesitating, Usyk gave a masterclass that silenced naysayers. Throughout the bout, his timing, footwork, and poise were unparalleled. As Russ Somber noted, Usyk had a point to make going into this fight, and the Ukrainian delivered. He maintained speed, expertly destroyed Dubois, and showed to the world that his abilities are still at the top of their game. It was more than just a victory, it was a declaration that Usyk is still the heavyweight champion.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised because I had never seen him so intent on wanting to knock somebody out. You know, like it's the quickest knockout he scored, I think, in his professional career.
Yes,
I'd
even
have
at
to look
cruiserweight.
I'd have to look to be sure, but you know, it's the quickest knockout he scored. He was a man on a mission.
Yeah.
He was really personally hurt and offended by the remarks made by Team Dubois, by George Fox, Don Charles' son. By Don himself. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was questioning Usyk's faith.
Yes.
Now you could question a lot. You question his skill, question boxing, well, whatever you want. Questioning his faith, bro.
Yeah.
That was something that really hit a chord, and you don't often. You know, Tyson Fury couldn't get to.
No, he tried
Usyk
every head game in the book.
But that one was the one, but it was for the wrong. It had the wrong result. It made him a very, very dangerous man, and you know, you could see how intense he was on wanting to go out there, and even when he was throwing in early in the fight, when he was throwing counter punches, I've never seen him throw with that kind of, like Mike Tyson used to say, bad intentions.
Yeah, bad intentions. Yeah.
He was throwing with bad intentions. Yeah.
Usyk is more than just a boxer. When conflict broke out in Ukraine, he took the risky decision to serve his nation at the height of his career. Usyk took up the duty of standing up for his country while others might have fled to safety. He gained a great deal of respect at home for this sacrifice, which demonstrated that he possesses both the bravery of a patriot and the pride of a champion. He is now regarded as a once-in-a-generation fighter worldwide, which speaks volumes about his path from being disregarded by some British boxes and fans. He didn't expect to be respected. With his heart and his hands, he earned it.
Usyk's involvement in the war began when he enlisted in the Ukrainian Territorial Defense Forces after the Russian invasion. His decision to fight for Ukraine has had a profound impact on the country, making him a symbol of hope and resistance. Usyk's presence on the front lines has boosted the morale of the Ukrainian military and civilian population alike. So this man kept his heavyweight championship, continued to be heavyweight champion, no losses, nothing on his record, and still went and defended his country during war. Given that, you gotta give him the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. His accolades inside the ring match it. But now that I find this out, that the man was in the front line, and they said that even after the Fury fight, he was keeping in contact with the soldiers, and he was, boosting the morale and boosting his countrymen and raising money for the war. Regardless of the politics, whether the war should be going on or not, and who should be killing who, it don't matter. The man went to war.
Carl Froch publicly recognized the increasing dominance. Usyk looks more polished, physically, more powerful, and more astute tactically with each battle. Given his prior setbacks and weaknesses, Froch pointed out that Joseph Parker would not be a serious threat, particularly in light of Usyk's challenge. Given everything that Usyk has accomplished, Froch even hinted that he might want to think about retiring soon. He has defended his titles, defeated other divisions, and made a name for himself as the greatest of his time. It wouldn't add anything fresh to his legacy to face someone like Moses. Roga's perspective captures an emotion that many people have.
Tonight than what it was when he beat Fury, which I said earlier. He just looks like a big, solid heavyweight, big, solid, dangerous heavyweight, but I'd like to see him retire. He's 38 years old. Eventually, it's going to catch up with him, the age, and there's nothing left to do. He's made an absolute fortune, and he don't need it anymore. He's done it. He's clocked it. He's completed it. It's like he's got the cheat code, and it's like it's not fair on everybody else. So I'd like to see Usyk retire. Let me know in the comments who you'd like to see him fight next. Somebody like Moses Atoma, I just don't think is going to be ready. I think if you're managing Moses, you need to take your time with him. You can't be chucking him in there. People say, yeah, chuck him in there with him, fight him, see how he goes. If he gets beat, he's lost to Usyk. But it could destroy his soul. It could take away that young, promising prospect that Atoma is. He could have a good future, and to fight somebody like Usyk now, if he got wiped out and got disheartened, it could be the end of his career. So I just think Usyk now, really, nobody can say anything to Usyk if he retires now after that win. He's done everything there is to do. Fury twice, AJ twice, now Dubois twice. There's nobody else left to beat. He's done it. Usyk should just hang the gloves up. He's been a fantastic addition to the heavyweight division since coming up from cruiserweight. He's been absolutely brilliant, and what he did tonight against Dubois was nothing short of just, he made it look easy. And I don't want to disrespect Daniel Dubois, but he just made it look easy, and he does make rounds look easy, doesn't he? Whoever is in with, whether he's in with Tyson Fury, whether he's in with AJ, he makes it look easy.
There is nothing left for Usyk to prove, although Joseph Parker is still mentioned as Usyk's possible next opponent. Not many people think it would be a real test. According to styles and experience, the majority consider it to be a mismatch. An alternative suggestion was made by Oladipo, who brought Derekasora back for a second fight. Showmanship was more important to him than competition in his reasoning. Regardless of the result, Chisora is renowned for making every battle feel like an occasion. Buzz might be generated by his raw energy, unpolished manner, and commercial stunts. From a competitive standpoint, though, neither Parker nor Chisora appears capable of seriously challenging Usyk in his current form. That concludes the video for today.